Welcome back. So it's been about 20 minutes, 25, and I've been slowly adding like 2 of these ladles about every 4 to 5 minutes, and keep it stirring so that it doesn't burn the bottom even though I have it on low. So it's starting to get softer. It's really kind of coming together. The one thing I'm thinking, it may need a little salt, but I don't want to add it yet. We're going to add that to the very end, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why. So the lobster and the butter, because I use salted butter, is going to add some salt. And then I'm going to add the Parmesan. And I do 2 different types of Parmesan. And again, this is just personal. You guys can do whatever you have on hand and what you're doing. But I use a grated Parmesan, which is kind of, you know, it looks like the can, but it's actually fresh. Because to me, this one goes into the flavors and combines a little better. And then I love the shredded part of the Parmesan that I'll garnish and then I add with my salads because it adds a little different flavor, melts differently, and adds a little stringiness. So that's kind of how we're going to do that. During this whole time, I did turn off the lobster for about 5 to 7 minutes, and now I put it back on to just warm up a bit because when I put it into the risotto, I want it warm and to melting in, and I've kind of tasted and it's got a great flavor. So we're kind of getting all of this ready. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to pull the lobster. Remember I told you I did a couple full tails? I'm going to pull those because I'm going to use them to garnish the top. So there's 1, 2, 3. And they're kind of twisty, but oh, they're going to look so beautiful on the top. 4. Okay, 5. Now the rest of this, I'm just going to dump in and pour it right into my risotto. Oh, so another liquid, all that lobster. How wonderful is that going to be? Now I'm going to turn off my burner because you know I can forget those things. I'm going to stir this in. So I've got quite a bit of more liquid. And I added in all of that, so that's going to cook down. I'm also going to do a little taste test to see now how much, where am I at with my salt? By the time I add my Parmesan, I may not need to add salt at all. So I'm going to add the Parmesan in. And this is, again, this is what you want. You can add a lot, you can add a little. Start with a little, add more, taste it. Always taste your food while you're cooking. That's the best way. There's not a right or a wrong. It's like, what do you like? So that's the piece that is the most special, is making it for your family, for your taste buds, and not what the recipe says. We can cheat, we can do everything. So while that's just reducing it down for the last little bit, I'm also gonna toss that salad. I told you I did a little arugula salad. So I just grabbed a container of arugula, I threw it in a bowl, and that's just called rocket in Italian. Very simple. I also toasted some pine nuts. And with the pine nuts, I put them in olive oil. And this is also going to make the dressing. So you put the top, be very careful. This burns really quick, almost like garlic. So you kind of toast them in there. And then I did 1 lemon and I just kind of squeeze that off. We're going to put that in there. And then I'm just going to stir that up. And that's how we dress it. It's that simple. But it's refreshing. We're gonna add salt and Parmesan. And I'm gonna toss this over this. And during the summer, I love to add like prosciutto and other things to the salad if I'm doing it as a bigger salad or something. But as this one is just in a complement to this risotto, I want it to be light, refreshing, tasty. So kind of just giving it a really, really good toss. I'm gonna add some of the shredded Parmesan, because again, I like the shredded in my salads. But as I'm making like a Caesar salad, this would go great tonight too with the risotto, Caesar salad. I'll use both cheeses in my Caesar salad. So this is just a very toasted pine nuts. Gonna give you a little bit of a nutty flavor. The lemon, really gonna cut our risotto. That's how simple. We're just gonna garnish that. How beautiful. Then I also had the bread. We're gonna throw that in the oven. And then I'm gonna show you how to plate up this risotto. Oh my gosh. Okay, one last sip. I want to taste, make sure, oops. Grab another spoon, see where I'm at. Oh my gosh, guys. You're gonna love this. Very, very, that's yummy. So it's kind of a simple thing. Let's dish one up. Let me show you so that we can go ahead. I've got friends over because you don't want to make a meal like this and then just cook it and not share it. So I've got some girlfriends over for the Christmas holiday. And of course my wonderful husband that does everything. So this is kind of what it's gonna look like there. And what I'm gonna do is garnish it. Where did I do? Okay. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put that there. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of smoked paprika to give us a little color. And then I've got a little sprig of rosemary from the garden. So there you guys go. You know what? Have a wonderful holidays. I'm looking so forward to seeing you once a month for 2024. I will be here. Let me know what recipes you're looking for, what you want to see. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Love you all.